Where's my teeth?
You lost your teeth? Did you leave them at the motel?
No.
The tavern?
I wasn't in no tavern.
Did you leave them at the place where they serve alcohol that you don't call a tavern?
Must have been when I fell by the tracks.
Gentlemen, thank you for your patience. Considering it's a pretty bad head wound, his age, his confusion, and his history of drinking, I really think we should keep him in a hospital a day or so for observation.
I don't drink.
You hear that, Dad? We won't be making Lincoln by Friday.
We have till Monday.
We're going to take you back home.
I'm not going home.
No, I can't wait until Monday. That means I wouldn't be back at work till Wednesday.
Selling record players. I won $1 million.
Congratulations, that'll just about pay for a day in the hospital.
Hey, have another episode of the Kris Kondrad Movie Review Show. That was a scene from Nebraska, the film I'm reviewing today. Alexander Payne's latest film, and also nominated for the Best Picture in the Academy Awards coming up this Sunday. Does it deserve the Oscar for Best Picture? Sure, why not? I highly enjoyed this film. It was funny and poignant. It touched on growing old and family relations and small town life and really covered it well. It was shot in black and white, which just added to the lethargy and the morass that the small town people are kind of mired in, just the slowness of it. And it worked. I like black and white photography, and every shot was lovingly set up. Alexander Payne is a lover of film, and any shot you could just freeze and frame. Bruce Dern turns in a wonderful performance as a confused old man, and really was believable. You thought, well, how'd they get this confused old man in this movie? But he's really sharp. I heard him on NPR in an interview recently, and he's still sharp, and he does a great job. And Will Forte plays his son. And it's basically a road movie. The two of them set off from Billings, Montana to Nebraska, to Lincoln, Nebraska, to claim a $1 million prize in a sweepstakes contest that Will Forte and everyone tries to tell Bruce Dern is just bogus, but Bruce Dern has to have something to live for, and eventually Will Forte breaks down and decides to make him his last road trip, and they drive off. And it's a beautiful little road movie, reminiscent of stuff like Paris, Texas by Wim Wenders. It's that kind of a film. And it's got a lot of good comedy, and it's great to see Alexander Payne back on track after Descendants, which I think is his only bad film. Although it was nominated for Best Picture, I thought it was a dark comedy that wasn't funny at all. George Clooney was out of his depth. He's a good leading man if he's just playing some cool guy in Ocean's 11 or 12 or Out of Sight or something, but he really can't handle a heavy dramatic role, and it was just an overall bad, disappointing film, in my opinion. And this film is much better. In this scene, Bruce Dern and Will Forte make a side trip at Bruce Dern's hometown, and we get a funny little scene where they meet some old family members. Let's take a look.
You boys remember your cousin David?
Bart? Dave? Cole? It's been a long time since we all met as kids. What are you guys up to?
Not much.
This economy has just tore up Hawthorne, Davy. Things are hard for young men.
Yeah, I'm in the home theater and electronics business myself. It's a rough time, I'll tell you that.
Cole here did some jail.
Don't bring that up.
It slid through her teeth.
That was Rance Howard sitting on the couch, who actually is director's ex-actor Ron Howard's father. I gotta tell you, I think he looks younger than Ron Howard does. In this scene, Bruce Dern sums up married life and marriage in general better than I've ever heard it summed up. Let's take a look.
How did you and Mom end up getting married?
She wanted to.
You didn't?
I figured, what the hell?
Are you ever sorry you married her?
All the time. Could have been worse.
Well, you must have been in love. At least at first.
Never came up.
Did you ever talk about having kids? How many you wanted and stuff like that?
Nope.
Why did you have us?
Because I like to screw. And your mother's a Catholic, so you figure it out.
So you and Mom never actually talked about whether you wanted kids or not?
Well, I figured if we kept on screwing, we'd end up with a couple of you.
Did you ever think about leaving her?
Well, I just end up with somebody else who give me shit all the time.
As with all Alexander Payne's movies, the details are just perfect. The bad hair metal 80s rock song playing in the background, the beer bottles piling up, just every little detail. It really feels like a lived-in film and beautifully done. And every single shot you could just freeze on and frame. Alexander Payne is a real cinephile, and he shows his love in every loving frame. It's a beautiful little film. It deals with growing old and families and, again, the small town morass, and it's just a wonderful film. And if it wins Best Picture, that's fine with me. I think Dallas Buyers Club might have more going on, and I'm sure the slavery movies got a lot more going on, but this is a great little film. It even has Bob Odenkirk, who we all know as Saul the lawyer from Breaking Bad, and also Mr. Show, where he was always funny. And here he dials down his performance, and he's got some funny lines, but mostly he plays it straight. And we forget his other performances. He just becomes Bruce Dern's son and Will Forte's brother. The only flaw I found in this film was the mother, who was up for Best Supporting Actress, and she did a fine job acting-wise. She just played the dirty old lady who couldn't stop talking dirty. At one point she flashes a grave, and I just don't like the dirty old lady gimmick in movies. I don't think it's funny. I just find it distasteful. But that's just me. Otherwise, it's a near flawless little film, and it's a beautiful movie. Check it out. Until next time, this is Kris Kondrad with the Kris Kondrad Movie Review Show.